Since it's 2020, there's only one thing to do before we get started. Was Alexander Hamilton racist? Inconclusive. Proceed. Alright, welcome to Taste Take, my weekly review channel where I break down the newest releases, let you know if I think they're worth checking out. If you're into reviews, hit that subscribe button. I think we should be together. And I'm not throwing away my shot. Go ahead. I'm willing to wait for it. Let's see what the Hamilton hype's all about. Honestly, the only people that haven't heard about Hamilton on Broadway is that tribe that lives off the land and shoots bows and arrows, but I'm gonna still give you all that background and the Alexander Hamilton story. As we all know, the creator of Hamilton the musical is the now famous Lin Manuel Miranda. He was on vacation in 2004 and read the biography of Alexander Hamilton, and he was so moved that he decided to make a musical about it. He started writing it in 2008, and by 2009, he was invited to the White House by the Obamas for an evening of poetry, music, and spoken word. He decided to debut one of the songs he was working on for the musical at this event, and he got a standing ovation. So then he was like, all right, let me just finish writing this thing. 2015, it makes its debut on Broadway, and the rest is pretty much history for that. The play won 11 Tony Awards and went on to several different cities and countries, including Puerto Rico and the United Kingdom. So how does it get to Disney, you may ask? Well, it's not as random as it looks, because Lin Manuel Miranda and Disney got history. From 2015, he made music for Star Wars, he made music for Moana in 2016, he actually had roles in DuckTales and Mary Poppins in 2018, and he's working on music for the new live-action Little Mermaid. Yup, with the black Ariel that they try to cancel because she's not a real mermaid. Huh? It's because she's black? That they try to cancel because she's black and she's not a real mermaid. The point is, he definitely got his Disney street cred, which helps explain why Disney paid $75 million for the rights to Hamilton. The movie was supposed to hit theaters in October of 2021, but they decided to move it up and bring it to Disney Plus for July 4th, known to some Americans as Independence Day. Depends who you ask. Alright, plot time. Hamilton the musical tells the often forgotten story of one of our founding fathers, Alexander Hamilton. Hamilton was born out of wedlock in Nevis of St. Kitts and Nevis, which is actually the smallest island in the Caribbean. How small, you ask? They have one road, and literally got their first streetlight in 2018. Don't ask me how I know that. It was also the first island to be colonized by the British. Anywho, he was an orphan by the age of 14 because his dad left him and his mother passed away. Adding insult to injury, he wasn't allowed to go to the British school because his parents were never married. Burn. But that ain't no problem. Hamilton was super smart and self-taught with the books he could find on the island. But this was a different island, because Hamilton moved to St. Croix. And one day in St. Croix, a big-ass hurricane came and devastated the island. Hamilton wrote about this hurricane in a letter to his dad. Yeah, his dad that left him. Psh, poor fella.
How come you don't want me, man?
I mean, you're trying to reach out. That's all it is. Ugh. Nice job, Mr. Hamilton. Anyway, the letter was so well written, it was actually published in the local newspaper. Some businessmen caught wind of it and said, we gotta get this kid to America. Literally paid his way there. Next thing you know, he's on the next thing smoking to New York at 16. Shortly after he arrives, he enrolls in King's College, which we now know as Columbia. During his time in school, he enlists to fight in the Revolutionary War, and the big homie George Washington starts showing him some major love. That's a badass quote. Must be nice to have Washington by your side. Anyway, he goes on to be the dude that literally shapes the economy of this country as the first Secretary of the Treasury, hence his place in history on the $10 bill, which, fun fact, Harriet Tubman was actually supposed to replace him, but he was spared for Andrew Jackson on the $20 bill. That's a good call. Throughout history, he actually became frenemies with the likes of John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, and Aaron Burr. Dun dun dun. Aaron Burr, who we all know is the goon who shot my dog in a duel. And there's a few reasons why they got there. One of the major reasons is that Aaron Burr was running for president in 1800 against Thomas Jefferson, who some scholars refer to as the R. Kelly of American history. Yikes. Anyway, the race was literally tied and had to go to the House for a tiebreak. And even though my man Alexander Hamilton wasn't the biggest R. Kelly fan, he called Jefferson the lesser of two evils. Where have I heard that before? It also didn't help that Aaron Burr cost Alexander Hamilton's father-in-law a seat in the Senate a few years earlier. You want to do petty? My dog Hamilton could do petty. So anyway, Burr loses the election and challenges Hamilton to a duel. And even though Hamilton didn't believe in duels, largely due to the fact that his son just died in one, he also ain't no punk, and he's never satisfied. He actually made a pros and cons list to decide whether or not to go through with it, which I don't know what other cons you need besides you might die, but alas. They pull up in New Jersey and Aaron Burr shoots my dog. A day later, he dies from the wounds. Mind you, back then, if you didn't win the nomination, you became the vice president. So Aaron Burr is literally dueling this dude while being vice president. Can you imagine Mike Pence just ducks off for the weekend to go dueling? Well, actually, yes. Anyway, that was a lot. I gotta talk less and smile more. So what's my take on the musical? This is fantastic, of course, especially because I'll never be able to see the original cast perform it. Even to watch the new cast, I would have to give up food and shelter for at least a year and live off the land just to be able to buy a ticket. This Disney Plus blessing came at the right time. And I'm not even a musical guy, but I think musicals are like Law & Order SVU. You think you don't want to watch it, but when it starts, you're like, okay, I'm into this. I figured I would like this, but the way the world was hyping it, I was like, this is gonna be good, but it won't be that good. Fucking spoiler alert, it's that good. Ugh, happy world. The two cornerstones of the play are the story and the music, and they're both epic. Let's start with the music, which is one thing you can actually participate in while being broke, which I did because it's on Spotify, but watching it is much better. With a runtime of only 2 hours and 40 minutes, you still get a pretty comprehensive view of Hamilton's life. And that ties back to the music and the beauty of hip hop, because you're able to fit more words in while taking up less space in the storytelling. People who study these things said that the musical would have been 4 to 6 hours total if they did it in a traditional style. Well done. Miranda said that the hip hop styles are largely influenced by Rakim, Eminem, and Big Pun. And I can see that. We even get rap battles in the musical with Alexander Hamilton going against Thomas Jefferson. And as epic as those rap battles are, my favorite musical moments are from the Schuyler sisters. I forget their names. Oh yeah, so shout out to women. I know, it's a rap musical, I'm a dude, bars, flow, got it. I'm just saying I gotta give it up to the Schuyler sisters, especially Renée Elise Goldsberry, who plays Angelica Schuyler, Hamilton's sister-in-law, who may or may not be in love with him. You didn't hear that from me though. Now to the stage, because you got these big rotating circles that a lot of the show takes place on. Some people say it represents the hurricane that I mentioned earlier that got Hamilton to the United States, or the way Hamilton and Burr were spiraling around each other's lives in both of their careers. I also see it as the ultimate homage to hip-hop. Turntables helped tell the story of rap since the beginning. That's deep. The only real negative about the play for me was not knowing who everyone was at first. Also, you got people like Daveed Diggs who play more than one character. I'm not saying they need name tags, but since I know the little magazine thing, maybe you just put their name on the screen? Is that whack? Whatever. Besides that, I thought it was really well done. I would imagine it's better in real life, but I felt nourished from the streaming version. Also, watching the original cast on Disney Plus, now I'm like, do I even want to see the new cast in real life? I don't know. Maybe someone in the comments can ease my fears and let me know that it's just as good. What comes next? Oh yeah, obviously I'm gonna give Hamilton 5 stars. You should definitely check it out if you have Disney Plus, or just get Disney Plus. Great message all around here, and the opportunity to learn about the founding father who lives and dies and no one seems to tell his story. And I wondered why. And then I remembered, no matter what he did for our country, at the end of the day, maybe he's still just another immigrant. Alexander Hamilton was shot by a white dude from New Jersey in an illegal duel. Aaron Burr gets charged, but all the charges get dropped. I don't think they protested. Overall, I gotta respect what Lin Manuel Miranda did. He took the risk of all risks to make a historical musical like this. That rhymed. I'm ready. Anyway, not only to have an all-minority cast, but also to make it all rap, which, when you think of it, actually isn't so crazy after all. Hamilton came on the scene out of nowhere, essentially had East Coast, West Coast beef with everybody. He even tried to cover up a sex scandal. Miranda said it best. Alexander Hamilton got to America by the skill of writing. He literally wrote himself off the island to a better life. That's hip hop. As always, thanks for checking out Tate's Take. One last time, hit that like and that subscribe button, cause you'll be back. Da 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 da. Why does the king spit so much? Peace, y'all. Thanks.